Let's open our glyph construction. All right, so let's call it arrow right tail. It's hard to say what it should be. We'll call it 1 for now. I don't know. We'll call it long. 1, I guess. So the thing I really want to figure out is, okay, I want the tail feather, and then I want the middle bar, and then I want the triangle, and I want to analyze it to see if it's working. Okay. And what did I do wrong? I think so the plus assumes that we're working with it like accents where you're actually trying to overlap it, but the and should do it more like, yeah, like that, building it up. So that's pretty cool. I do wonder if I should like set these to the very edge of their space. I think I will make that change. Hard to know for sure whether that's right, but I think it is the right idea. Because if somebody wants to do like there or whatever, they can just add a space there. I think they need to anyway, pretty much. That's what I'm going to go with. It's kind of awkward not to have a space there, to be honest. All right, so let's see how that works. So set that all the way to the edge. Oh, that's nice. And let's set this all the way to the edge. And now that looks like a better long arrow. And it's a little hard to tell if this will, let's just build it and see. Oh yeah. I may have dang it, I do. This is slightly taller than this. Let me fix that. Well, let me check on that first. 272. 270. Okay, well, I'm glad I found that because it was wrong already. I guess it's a little hard to know which one is right and wrong. I think these are basically supposed to match here. Oh, no, they do not match here, which is okay. As long as they match one another, I think it's solid. And since that was using a component, it automatically updates. So yeah, now this looks pretty good. We could decompose this and make this into one long bar. I am worried that potentially the rendering will be imperfect in some scenarios. But decomposing it would give us a lot less flexibility and may not be good. I could even decompose it in a build, which is maybe the right move to make. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. After all, the A is like that to avoid a rendering issue that's way worse than potentially like a little extra blur here, where you may have seen this at some scenarios, like a quick preview of a PDF. Some text rendering, if you have a single bar in the A, will create a hole here, which, yeah, is way worse. And so, yeah, this split, I think I'm going to live with it. Let's also make Arrow left tail long. I'm gonna do this here because I can be faster, I think. And the fun thing about glyph construction is that once you've got your basic recipes, you can sort of really script a bunch real fast, which is pretty cool. And you can do it for every font, so that's kind of magical when that happens. I think we want to pop this guy against the right extreme of the glyph. Looks like it's there. Yeah, that looks good to me. So build. Yep. And I guess rather than just assume that this should necessarily be a tabular figure space of distance, it's possible that's not correct. I don't know. Let's see. Let's compare these two. Oops. Nope. Let's compare these two in the space center. Is one of these, say, yeah. I don't want to center you. I want you to left align, please. Here we go. I mean, that feels like let's go for Tina. There's too many things. Okay, it was already tabular. I mean, that just feels like a relatively okay amount of growth for an arrow. A little hard to say. Maybe I should make a second, like an even longer one to see how it goes. Ultimately, this is going to be a bit of a crude, because I don't want to remake these totally to all be totally tabular. It would kind of be cool, but I don't think it's worth it. And I just don't think they'd be long enough to like work in the font. Like they'd be really squat for arrow tails. So no. Plus these I think grow quite a lot longer for like the display ones. All right, let's just try. So let's do 2 just to show the power of glyph construction. Okay. And I could be more clever here, but I don't know. This is clever enough. Analyze. I feel like this button moved. Cool. Looking good to me so far. So let's build the glyphs and see how they're coming along. And yeah, it is a definite question of how long do I let these go? Let's see. I think like that. Why is this not coming up? Here we go. And what will this do? Hey, that looks great. Oh, I guess we also want just a basic one. Will this work? Almost. Why is it giving me an extra? Too late to think. Let's see if this works. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this looks awesome. Honestly, this is like a more medium length of arrow almost for this type. But when you're using a font day to day in a sentence or something, this is a super wide character already. So these will be more decorative. And I don't know how wide to go. We're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So maybe I'll go up to like 6. And I feel like that's where we should max out. Four, 5, 6. 5, 6. And you could do something clever with Python, but oops. You could also be faster here, I think. What am I doing? I'm typing the wrong thing sometimes. Cool. And that just looks right because it goes longer. So pretty cool. And we want to make sure and we'll need to put the triangles on the left side. Wait. And the tail feathers on the right side there. Cool. All right, we've got our arrows that go in a intermediate way. And these are already pretty long arrows, so I think I will stop at 6 per for now. 6 per direction. And I may add long arrows that don't have tails on them, but undecided at the moment. First, I want to probably just build these in all of my fonts. So where is that? Build glyph recipes, selected fonts. Yes, please. And that's under diacritics. I'm not going to save that for now because I can do it here. Let's see how this goes. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to do a git commit because I've already changed a bunch of files. Making Liga feature for arrows. vs and adding arrow middle bar prep for long arrows. Cool. And yeah, now that we've made a commit and pushed it, I feel a little better about making a big change that I might want to reverse. You can, with more clicking, I could have oh, well, I had made a lot of changes without making a commit. So I wanted to make a commit. I probably could have split it into multiple commits, probably should have, but you know what? I didn't want to. Glyph recipes. Yep. Always good to make sure you're activating the script you want. Hope I didn't make a silly error and not do that just now. Oh God, what is it doing? Oh, it didn't expect to have this random space there, I think. Let's try this again. And diacritics. It doesn't actually have to be in diacritics, but that's where it was, so that's where it'll be. And I don't think I'll write all of the ligature code for all of these right now, but maybe I'll try to write at least one just to test the concept of it and to see how it works as a variable. Fine. Let's see that these. Cool. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to adjust these to have the correct lengths or side bearings. Yeah, shoot, that's an obvious thing I have to do, but I'll do that after figuring out that these things work. So let's write at least one long arrow. So let's say if we add a third hyphen here. You know what? That was too easy. Let's write at least an extra one. Okay, so we're going to have a long arrow, longer, and we want to call this long 1 and long 2. Okay. And we might as well do it pointing left as well. Long 1, long 2, and I've got a bunch more long arrows to add here, but I want to see if this works first. Okay, I'm going to clean up our previous run because I'm going to be prepping from scratch here. Make VF. Fingers crossed this works. Oh, boy. Why would that be? Did I move something? All right, let's take a quick look at this make file. I should be removing the prep directory. Where is it even? Let's try again. I'll have to figure this out when I'm not on camera. This is the kind of thing that I have to like actually think about and test a bunch of things to get it working. Yeah, make files are pretty awesome in a lot of ways, but then have a few weird edges that I have yet to totally get comfortable with. They're a little newer to me. And I do think they're cool in that, like, you basically set up targets to build and then prerequisites for building those targets. And so it checks that the prerequisites are in place before it builds the target. And that allows it to be kind of efficient. So like if you've already done your font prep stage where you take your source drawings and you maybe make sure all of the orders are the same in your UFOs or whatever. If you've done that already and you want to build the VF twice, like say you've changed kind of what we did in the earlier video, we've changed some features and we want to build the VF again without doing our prep step again, we can do that. Cool. I got a feature error. What did I do? Missing from the glyph set. Aren't these exact? Is this somehow different? Nope, same glyph name. Let's see. Seems like they didn't add, but why? What? It's there. Was it pulled out for some reason? So this script will not comment all sources. Oh, is it searching the italics as well? It shouldn't be. But maybe it is now. All right, fine. I'm going to test that theory, and I will build these long arrows in italics as well. Diacritics. Yes, please. Why not? We'll build them in the italics and try again. This is faster to run a script if you don't open the UI. But a lot of the time when I've built diacritics, I do want to open the UI immediately so I can check it. Okay, they all look to be there. They are all saved. So let me that work this time? Okay, that worked this time. Why did it not work last time? I'm going to copy these new features into the italics while I'm here. Might as well. Wow. I accidentally put in hyphen less. Let me try this again. I just need one space here. Yeah, once it gets to this stage, it's golden. Sick. Okay. We got a long arrow. We got a long arrow. We got a longer arrow and a longer. Nice. Oh, and then it breaks because we didn't add more than this. The like long two. Yeah, that's as far as we got in our feature code. And it's got this break here because I still have to go through and like adjust make these tail and heads go to the very side bearings. But yeah, it's great to see this. We've got long arrows throughout our fonts. Ooh, and that's also pretty nice. Yeah, just arrows, for instance. Yeah. So once I tidy up these shapes a little bit and add the rest of the feature code and kind of fully integrate this, yeah, I'm really close. And I'm pretty pleased with that. Pretty nice little update, if I do say so myself. Hey. Oh, I want that. That's pretty fun. That's super cool. I love it. Nice. This is the fun part of making fonts when you finally can type with the thing. I don't know. It's just always like a pretty magical feeling to me. I don't know, makes me appreciate computers and Unicode and OpenType and a lot of things. And it's just a cool feeling. It's kind of like landing a trick on a skateboard or printing your artwork with a screen printer or whatever, running an Excel spreadsheet formula or whatever people get a kick out of. Okay, actually, I'm going to cut back later here. It's a couple days later, and I want to actually finish this arrow project, and I figured I might as well record it. Basically, all I have to do to make these more finished, I think, is to adjust the arrow head and arrow tail to go to the side bearing of their space. And so this is a good opportunity to show how I try to like do things kind of faster in a batch in RoboFont. A thing about RoboFont is that if you open a bunch of fonts fully and all of their font preview goodness, it can get kind of slow because it just kind of gums up the works. And I guess it's using a lot of memory to display literally the font, all of the glyphs in it, and keep those up to date and stuff. Not ideal that takes memory at all, but it's fine. So what you can do is there is a script basically on the RoboFont docs, and it's to open fonts in a simple font window. And so I'm literally going to open up all of my sources here, all of the main sources that have these arrows in them. And instead of opening in the big font preview window with all the glyphs, it opens in this little window, which is just a list of glyphs. And obviously this isn't as useful all the time, but what you can do is you can pop open one, hit J to jump to something, and then I had copy and pasted these. So let's jump to the, that is a tool called Paste, by the way. It's a nice little app. Yeah, and then I can like navigate back and forth with like Command Shift parentheses left and right. And yeah, all I've got to do is pop this over to the side. And I'm suddenly blanking if the other day I had created a script to like set guides on either side of this thing. I think maybe I had. Oh my. Maybe I had only done that in the arrow middle bar. Let me open this up again. This is the problem of recording a day and a half later. Okay, this is kind of what I want. So I'm going to just like repurpose this real quickly. I'm going to open up, I'm going to say for F in all fonts, this all fonts thing goes in robo font. I was going to say like Roboto for some reason, and goes through these. And so I'm going to paste what I just copied. We'll say for G and F. No. For glyph name in, we'll make a list. I had copied this list actually earlier, or well, we'll just go through these. I just want easy guidelines to make this slightly easier to, we'll say split on the space. So this basically is a list, but it's easier to type like this than to like type the brackets and then put quotes around everything. So it's just a little faster. And then we'll say F glyph name, and that gets the glyph, like the glyph itself rather than just the name of the glyph. So let's give it a shot. Oh, oops, I have to get the italic offset. Right. This is the code we discussed, grabbing the italic offset. Cool. Now that'll be easier. Why is it? That's funny that it's here. I guess it's using the arrow middle bar. I didn't actually expect. Oh, 0 tnum. All right. That's not quite what I wanted, actually. I wanted it here. Let's see if this works better. Nope. Okay, that set it here. Cool. That's what I actually wanted. And now we've got this random guideline, but I'm going to see if that, it might not matter really. Wait, why didn't it? Line 7, clearly there was some issue here. Does this not have an italic angle? Let me see. Can I not get, I should be able to get font info even if I'm, wow, parade of issues here. All right, let me comment out this. Okay, so that works in all fonts. Does this work in all fonts? Let's see. Print f.info.style name, we'll say. Print that, please. Okay, so some of the time it's none rather than 0. I think it should be 0 rather than none, to be honest. So I'm actually gonna, this probably isn't the best place to set it, but whatever. If that equals none, I think this should work. Okay, so that set it to 0, and I ran it twice so it would get to this thing. Okay, so now we don't need that. But we will bring back this. Now will it? Cool. Now it did it. It put these on either side, so I can more easily snap this here. Cool. And it's entirely possible / likely even that very likely that I could come up with some script to like grab the points that are, you know, in the first 100 units or whatever, X number of units, and move them to X equals 0. But I think I'd have to do some trigonometry stuff to make that work in the italic. And I don't think I want to at the moment. By the way, I'm moving between sources with edit that next master. Probably mentioned that extension already in the video. And a nice thing that that does is that it, as long as glyphs have the same point order, wait, oh God. I hit the wrong shortcut. It keeps the points that are currently selected. So that just makes it that much faster to move between sources and do something like this. And there, that's all of those. That's cool. I should probably go to the next glyph. And so this kind of messes up slightly because it's just like a rotated component. Well, it actually did really well in most of these. Maybe the hairline ones were just transformed in a strange way. Well, I don't know. But this is pretty quick. Cool. So I think I got all of those. And before I go any further, I also have a very simple script to save all fonts in simple windows. It's literally just like these two lines. For some reason, if you, at least in the past, when I did like file, save all, just in the menu, it didn't work as well. I don't know. It's probably like opening in a simple font window. And maybe that was something that was fixed in a newer version of RoboFont. I don't know. This does take a minute because we're saving like 12 different fonts. But yeah, not too bad. Okay, so next we're going to do the arrow tail feathers. This is this that shouldn't be like that. Why would it be like that? Oh, I added a, okay, let me, okay. I guess I had added a component rather than jumping. I don't, okay. Don't even know what shortcut I used to add a component, but I guess I did. I'm sure I could look that up. It's funny, I always just like right click to add a component, or more often, whatever. More often I'm just using glyph construction to add components to glyphs. which is why I don't know the whatever, the shortcut by heart. Okay. Cool. So let's do this guy again. And I do that because sometimes things go wrong. And if you don't save all of your changes when you're working across this many fonts, it really sucks if you have a crash or something and you lose your progress. Right. I want to go here and make sure that these are all aligned as expected. Okay. I'm like blanking out if I've already seen all of these. One of those things where I got a notification and then started thinking about it. All right. Yeah, I think that's all good. So let's save all of our fonts. And then I think that's all I needed to do to make the long arrows look a lot better. What would be a good place to test it? Let's test it here. Oh, except I don't remember what spacing string I had used previously. Oh, here. Okay. If you type in a recent one, it'll kind of fill it out. So this is looking good, right? We no longer have these gaps here that we had before. Pretty cool. So next step, yeah, let me save all of these again just to be extra sure. And then I'm going to close out of all of them and then run the build again and check it out in Font Goggles. Ooh. Let's, sure, I'll save it next to the other one just in case. Where were we? Add side guides to arrow. All right, sure. Kind of a sloppy name, but whatever. Where are we at? Okay. Let's do this deal again. Hey, we're back. Sweet. So I'm trying to remember. All right. So you're looking good. Ooh. Yeah. Now the question is, how many arrows do I add? I might go back later and make up to like 6 middle segments. That maybe feels, I don't know, hard to say how much to give. But yeah, I no longer see the seams here. Let's kind of explore the design space to see if anything pops open. It looks pretty seamless to me. Super cool. Love it. If you are a NameSands licensee through Future Fonts, check for these long arrows soon if you're curious. All right. Yep. I just wanted to add that in because I was so close to making these kind of final, and I really wanted to do it. Glad I did. So thanks for watching. If anybody watched that, and if you're making a font, I hope it's going great. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And yeah, take care.